somebody told him that there was a movie titled From Hebrews to Negroes. That's an interesting title, because many of our people don't know anything about being a Hebrew. We know that we passed through something called Negro, and the Honorable Elijah Muhammad told us that means someone dead, lifeless, hard, neutral.
Peace and love, everybody. So I want to elaborate on that last part in which we just heard Farrakhan say that Elijah Muhammad taught them that a Negro is somebody who is dead, lifeless, hardened, or neutral. And so this is the issue that Moors have when it comes to our brothers and sisters in the Nation of Islam, because a lot of them know the origins of the Nation of Islam is a break off of the Moorish Science Temple of America. And when we get into the teachings of Noble Drew Ali teaches us that we are not Negroes, blacks, colored folks, or Ethiopians. And so I want to get into some of the literature in which Noble Drew Ali stated these things and why he stated it. Because it makes no sense for us to call each other black when Negro in Spanish is the same thing. And so if Negro is somebody who is dead, lifeless, hardened, or neutral, then that stands to reason that black would also mean someone who is dead, lifeless, hardened, and neutral. Because Noble Drew Ali teaches us that black, according to science, is death. And so you begin to see that the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad is just simply what Noble Drew Ali taught us. It's just in a different way. He just presented a different way. And so that's, again, why some of the Moors have a problem with the nation, because a lot of them not giving credence to where all the information originally stemmed from. And so when we get into the teachings of Noble Drew Ali, here's what he taught us in his divine warning by the prophet for the nations. He said this: the citizens of all free national governments, according to their national constitution, are all of one family bearing one free national name. Those who fail to recognize the free national name of their constitutional government are classed as undesirables and are subject to all inferior names and abuses and mistreatments that the citizens care to bestow upon them. And it is a sin for any group of people to violate the national constitutional laws of a free national government and cling to the names and principles that delude to slavery. And so whenever we're clinging to this name and principle that delude to slavery, you can link that straight to the quote unquote black race. Calling each other black, calling yourselves black is just no different than calling yourself a Negro. And once again, going back to what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches, is that a Negro is someone who is dead, lifeless, neutral, and whatever the other term was, but it's a negative term. And so we as a people, we say we want reparations, we say we want all these things, but how can you claim something if you're not in the honor of your mothers and fathers or your foremothers and forefathers? Because in the book of Isaiah, it says this: I have spread out my hands all the day until a rebellious people who walketh in a way that was not good after their own thoughts. And that scripture coincides with the teachings of Noble Drew Ali, because we as a people are the only ones that cling to names and principles that delude to slavery. So names such as Negroes, blacks, coloreds, African Americans, foundational black Americans, American descendants of slaves, etc., etc. All these names, all these brands that we cling to because we don't know our true nationality. And so whenever Noble Drew Ali came on the scene and told us that we are not Negroes, blacks, coloreds, or Ethiopians, we are Moorish Americans and Asiatics, a lot of our people today don't understand what that truly means, because he's tying us back to an actual ancestry, actual lineage that we can be proud of and that we can declare in order to get back to that rightful status, in order to claim things such as reparation, restitution, etc., etc. So I want to read from the Quran questions for Moorish Americans, because I'm going to read from questions 85 to I think 91, because this is more teachings of Noble Drew Ali and why we were branded these terms such as Negroes, blacks, and coloreds. And so at question 85, he says this: name some of the marks that were put upon the Moors of the Northwest by European nations in 1774. The answer is Negroes, blacks, coloreds, and Ethiopians. 86. What is meant by the word Negro? Negro, a name given to a river in West Africa by the Moors because it contains black water. 87. What is meant by the word black? Black, according to science, means death. 88. What does the word colored mean? Colored means anything that has been painted, stained, varnished, or dyed. 89. What does Ethiopia mean? Ethiopia means something divided. 90. Can a man be Negro, black, colored, or Ethiopian? No. 91. Why? Because man is made in the image and likeness of God, Allah. And so we have it. We can't be Negroes, blacks, and colors and say that we are made in the image of Allah because Allah is not Negroes, black, or colored. So this goes back to what Farrakhan said that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said as far as being named Negro and what a Negro meant. And so this is why we have to declare our nationality. This is why we have to stand on these righteous principles of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice in order to reclaim what is rightfully ours. So I want to make this quick video making the clarification as to why we shouldn't call each other black, because black is the same thing as Negro. And Negro, according to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, is somebody who is dead, lifeless, neutral, etc. And so let me know your thoughts. Let me know your comments. And again, this is not to belittle anyone. This is not to talk bad about anyone. This is not to attack anyone. This is just points of clarification. So let me know your thoughts. Peace.